and welcome to another tutorial in the HTML5 series. In this tutorial, we'll be writing our first HTML5 program. As part of this, let me open our editor, which is the Visual Studio Code. I've shown how to download Visual Studio Code in the previous tutorial. So I'll go and open a folder called as HTML series. You can name it as whatever you want on your computer. And then I'll create an HTML file under this folder. So I'll name it as index.html. .html is the extension that we are giving it to the file. So as soon as I save this, Visual Studio Code understands that it's an HTML file and it knows that it's an HTML language file. So it has given this icon before the name of the file. So before writing the code or before writing the our first HTML code, let's talk about two language fundamentals. So first thing is, it is very important to understand that HTML is a language which is meant to be understood by the browser and not by the humans. And the second important thing is, HTML is fundamentally built with elements and tags. Let's see what the difference is, or what an HTML or what a tag really is. So it's the syntax would look something like this. So I'll start off with an example where I have a body, and then within the body I have some text. Let's say hello world. So if you look at it, the body, although we are calling it as body, we see something like an opening angular bracket and a closing angular bracket around body. And then we have a similar another tag with a body with an open angular bracket. And there is a nuance here where we see a forward slash and then the name of the tag and then a closing angular bracket. So a body here, the highlighted part, is called as a tag. It's a starting tag, and then the same tag with a forward slash after the opening angular bracket is called as a closing tag. And together, a start tag, a content in between the start tag and the ending tag is together called as an element. So HTML is a script which is full of elements, and then uh, there are hierarchies of elements that we create which compute to form into a web page. So let's let's get started with writing our first HTML page. The top level tag of an HTML file starts with an HTML opening tag, and then it will be closed by an HTML closing tag. Within this, we have another tag called as head, which also has an opening tag and a closing tag. Within this, let's create something known as title. Remember, everything that we create within an HTML file is going to have a start tag and an end tag. And within this, let's write something like welcome to HTML series. And then let's also create another tag within HTML tag called as body. Me write something like where HTML is a markup language. So if you look at the entire file here, so we have a top level tag called as HTML, and then we have two tags directly within HTML tag, HTML element, known as like a head tag and a body tag. Within the head tag, we have another element called as title. I keep calling it as tag, but it's actually an element because it has a head, it has a content between the head starting tag and head ending tag. So this is like an element, and we have a title element within the head tag. Within the body, we have uh, a content here called as HTML is a markup language. Just pay attention to this string. It doesn't have any um, other tag. It's directly under body. So let's talk about the relationships between these tags. The relationship between the head tag and an HTML tag here is a parent-child relationship. So head is a child of HTML tag, and HTML is a parent to head tag. It's a similar relationship between HTML and body. Uh, Body is a child of HTML tag, and then HTML is a parent of the body tag. And the other type of relationship here is between head and body is a sibling relationship. Head is a sibling to the body since they are in the same level. And um, the relationship between title and HTML tag is title is a grandchild of HTML tag, and title and then HTML is a grandparent of title tag. We'll talk more about the relationship between these tags and why it is important in the future tutorials. In the next video, we'll be talking about different types of HTML tags and what are their uses.